more chance. Worry and honey, give it one more chance. Worry and honey, give it one more chance. Worry and honey, give it one more chance.
Good morning. Please remain standing, and at this time, I would like to introduce our senior class vice president, Mr. Zephaniah Madison, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and the senior members of our Havre Grace High School choral music program in the singing of the alma mater.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We already have it, right?
Hail to thee, our alma mater, 'neath the sky so blue. We will always love and cherish, and to thee be true. For the honor of our motto, we will hold it high. On the banks of Susquehanna, hail to Havre Grace High. Though the time may come to leave the graduation day, sad we know the parting will be, but we cannot stay. Still the memories we will cherish, old and tried and true. Hail to thee, our alma mater, we will e'er love you. Hail to thee, harbor of love. Hail to thee, harbor of love. Hail to thee, harbor of love.
Please be seated. At this time, I would like to direct your attention to the Jumbotron for special greetings to the class of 2022 from some of our Harford County dignitaries.
Welcome, class of 2022. When you were born, dreams of your future first belonged to those who cared for you the most.
These individuals had visions of your future and hopes for how your life would unfold.
Sometimes the dreams they had for you were about immediate events like childhood milestones.
When you would walk or talk or lose your first tooth, and sometimes their dreams were not quite as tangible.
While those who watched over you dreamed of your safety, of your health, of your happiness,
They took on a formidable challenge of trying to make those dreams real.
Eventually, as you worked your way through school and the activities and experiences found in each grade and year, the focus of their dreams shifted to days like today.
The points in your life that allow you to move from working towards something to a moment of accomplishment.
But they weren't the only ones dreaming.
When you were very young, your earliest dreams were woven into your imaginations, and those dreams were fanciful and fantastic.
In those dreams, you were famous dancers and artists, race car drivers and astronauts. You may have talked about being superheroes who could swoop in and use your special powers to save the day.
Sometimes your dreams may have been so vivid and felt so real that you believed it was indeed possible to fly.
To be the hero, to accomplish something that others may not have thought possible.
And you began wondering, what am I capable of?
That wonder, that self-questioning, tied to your emerging dreams, set you on a path toward your future goals. Today marks a significant milestone on that path.
A time, as Henry David Thoreau said, where you can choose to go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you have imagined.
The quest to be confident and live the life found in your dreams represents a theme that you have heard and seen repeatedly growing up.
Given that many of your shared experiences have occurred in the virtual world, both socially and academically,
This message has often been filtered through the digital tools and voices. By the time you are in possession of your first smartphone,
Snapchat and Instagram were already capturing and sharing images and moments from the world around you. And TikTok was poised to become one of the most popular video sharing apps available for you to add to your social media mix.
Because you've grown up in a world in which social media influencers have the power to shape personal lives, promote social justice causes, and impact various marketing agendas and economic platforms, many of your dreams may have been affected by and captured on a vast public stage.
And a public stage, whether magnified through online posts or simply grounded in face-to-face interactions, can be an overwhelming and often daunting place for anyone following dreams.
When you first felt your dreams becoming visible to others, you may have started questioning whether they were realistic, and you may have wondered if you should set them aside and focus instead on something you deemed more achievable.
But as Langston Hughes, the American poet, once asked, what happens to a dream deferred? For the dreams you hold today, that question remains as vital as it was when Hughes posed it in 1951.
And its answer is only one you can provide.
Each of you possesses your own unique talents that may or may not yet fully support the dreams you have at this moment.
But no matter how great your talents are, each of you will face obstacles and impediments you may initially think are insurmountable and that might make you want to stop.
what if, though, instead of deferring your dreams, you instead let them evolve? What if by allowing this shift, your dreams get bigger and lead to something even better than you imagined?
take, for example, Melanie Perkins, co-founder and CEO of graphic design platform Canva.
She met powerful resistance when trying to build her design-it-yourself model and was eventually rebuffed by over 100 regional investors.
Her dream could easily have ended early on, but as she once noted, rejection is part of the growth process. She refocused and redesigned, and today Canva has more than 60 million worldwide users.
Consider examples such as this success when you think about your challenges, the ones you face now, the ones that you may encounter later. What if these challenges become the opportunities that enable you to dream bigger and better, to expand, elevate, perfect, and ultimately achieve your loftiest of goals?
Dreaming of something better, better opportunities, better options, better outcomes for yourself, but also for the greater good, is courageous, and courageousness is a trait that you should grasp tightly, but always partner this courage with a clear vision, a keen mind, and the capacity to persevere, because these characteristics propel you forward to the moments such as today.
The fact that you are sitting here now is proof that this powerful combination turns dreams into realities. Don't forget that dreams were realized today.
Think about whose dreams they were and ask yourself where they will lead. Remember, all great accomplishments are born of realized dreams. All profound change is born of the accumulation of various accomplishments.
It now falls to you, the class of 2022, to process across today's stage and on towards those accomplishments and the subsequent changes that will follow as you go in the direction of your dreams.
On your way, always be on the lookout for encouragement, role models, and those who share your dreams to help guide you, motivate you, and reassure you when you face your challenges.
As the NASA astronaut and mechanical engineer Kalpa Chawla reminds us, the path from dreams to success does exist. Can you see your path?
We can. We can see that you do have the special power that it takes to be someone's hero, to save the day, to make the world better, to make it what it should be.
We can see that you are ready for challenges and that you possess the strength you will need to face them with endurance and resiliency.
We can see that you will find your path to success, even if it extends in unexpected directions, and we look forward to seeing where you go. And because we can see it, we are proud to send you on your way. Dream on, class of 2022, and congratulations.
Well, good morning, and welcome to the 135th commencement ceremony for Havre Grace High School. I'm Brad Spence, and I'm thrilled to be able to say that I am the proud principal of Havre Grace High School. This class of 2022 has earned over $4.6 million in post-secondary aid, and we are all very excited to see what this wonderful group of students as they conclude their high school education and move forward as stewards of our future. Just a few reminders as we get into our program. Please hold applause and loud noises as we distribute diplomas so that every graduate can hear their name. At the conclusion of our ceremony, graduates will recess out the way they came into the parking lot, and we ask that you be cognizant of time out there as more graduation ceremonies are after ours. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce some of our special guests at commencement today. Please hold your applause until all of our guests are introduced. On the field with us from the Harford County Board of Education, we have Ms. Sonia Karwacki. From Harford County Public Schools, we have Superintendent Dr. Sean Bolson. From Harford County Public Schools, we have Chief of Administration, Mr. Eric Davis. We have Director of Secondary School Instruction and Performance, Mr. Colin Carr. And we have Harford County Council President, Mr. Patrick Vincenti. In the bird's nest with us today, we have representing the Maryland State Senate, Senator Bob Casserly. Maryland House of Delegates, Delegate Steve Johnson. Representing Maryland House of Delegates, Delegate Marianne Lasante. Representing Harford County Government, County Executive Barry Glassman. Legislative Aide to President Vincenti, Ms. Samantha Harris. Harford County Councilman Andre Johnson. Harford County Councilman Chad Schroeds. Harford County Councilman Curtis Beulah. From the City of Havre Grace, we have Chief of Police Teresa Walter. We have our Executive Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, Dr. Susan Brown. Our Executive Director of Student Services, Mr. Buck Hennigan. Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mr. Ben Richardson. And our Coordinator of North Star and School Performance Initiatives, Ms. Sarah Sachs. It is also my pleasure at this time to recognize the distinguished faculty of Havre Grace High School, who myself or none of these graduates would be here with today. Faculty, please rise so you can be recognized as well. I also want to say thank you to Ms. Malley, Ms. Huberman, Mr. Trey Montana, and Ms. McKay, the administrators, student class advisor, and counselors who helped us get here today. We couldn't put this on without them. And now it is my distinct pleasure to present to you the president of the class of 2022 of Havre Grace High School, Mr. Adam Diallo.
On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to thank all alumni, faculty, staff, family, and friends for joining us on this bittersweet day. On one hand, high school is over with, and we get to move on to do what we really want to do with our lives. You may never see the person to your left or the person to your right ever again. This is the last time we'll all be in a class together, which is crazy to think about. Some of you have been together since elementary, but are now moving on to do bigger and better things. Most of us are 18, which is legally an adult. Let me repeat, legal adult, meaning we have to do adult things. Our parents are eventually gonna have to stop cooking for us, doing our laundry, and waking us up for school. We're gonna have to set up our futures, even though lots of us have literally zero idea what we wanna do with our lives, and have been cruising with their brains on autopilot their entire high school career. I know it feels like our high school years were stolen from us because of COVID, but it's too late to go back. Here we are, graduation. Everything for the past 17 or 18 years of our life have been building up to this moment. Unless you're Jared, in which case the last 20 years of your life have been building up to this moment. It feels like just yesterday we were walking into high school as freshmen. Some of you couldn't wait to be a senior. Flash forward 4 years, here we are, seniors. The funny thing is, the people that said they wanted to get out of high school are now wondering where the time went. But it's time for us to go out and do stuff with our lives, regardless of if we are ready or not. We're going out into the world. All the essays, late nights doing homework, and all the stress you had in high school, that was the easy part. The hard part comes now. We stand here together on the precipice of our future. It's no longer a distant reality. It begins today. It begins now. Whatever we do after this moment is going to define the rest of our lives. It's going to be difficult trying to find our footing out here in this difficult world. But there's no doubt in my mind every single one of you will accomplish something great, even those of you who sat in the bathroom every day. I know some of you don't believe in yourselves, but think back to what led you here. We made it through COVID, we made it through the breakups, and we made it through 4 years of high school. Life is a cycle of anger, loss, and pain, and we will never escape that cycle as much as we may hate it. But because of the bad days, we can appreciate the happy days even more. If every day was special, then no day would be special. No matter what happens, I want you to have a positive outlook on life and not lose yourself in this brutal world. Don't let it change you. If Kanan Fisher has taught me one thing, it's to unapologetically be yourself. Every time I see this guy, he's happy. I asked him the secret to his happiness, and he said, "I'm just myself." I asked him if he realized that people clown on him all the time, and he responded with, "So, I don't care. I'll keep being myself." Are you happy with the way your life is right now? Think about it. Are you happy? If you said yes, great, happy for you. If you said no, that's fine. There's two options. You can keep doing what you're doing and stay unhappy, or you can grab your destiny by the reins and steer yourself to a better tomorrow. Do everything you can to make the short time we have on this planet meaningful. Eric Howard gave me some words of advice as I was writing this. He said, do everything you can instead of doing everything you can't. With all that being said, I want you to take in this moment. These people you may never see again. You may unfriend some people throughout the course of your life, and that's okay. It's a part of life. It's a part of growth. Go out and make your mark on this world. As a senior class, we have too much potential to go out there and fail. As the saying goes, be phenomenal or be forgotten. Thank you and congratulations. We made it.
Thank you, Adam. Now, once again, I would like to direct your attention to the Jumbotron as the Havre Grace High School Chamber Singers share The Road Home by Stephen Paulus.
Tell me where
Thank you to our chamber singers. One of the best parts of my role is to be able to make the phone call I got to make early last week to tell this person that they were our valedictorian through all the hard work. So now it is my second favorite part. I have the distinct pleasure to present to you the class of 2022 valedictorian, Ms. Kylie Johnson.
Oh my goodness. Wow. This is crazy. I mean, this is it. This is the moment we all have waited for. The moment that makes the sleepless nights, unspoken sacrifices, and copious amounts of stress that may have caused some mental breakdowns worth it. We, the class of 2022, have worked diligently over the past 4 years, persevering through unprecedented and historical adversities. Yet here we stand, in this moment, together and triumphant. We have endured great changes to not only our community, but our world and way of life. We have learned remotely, we have learned protocols and experienced a life that we initially considered dystopian. As a school, we have changed in population, administration, and addresses amid the COVID chaos. The many things that were once deemed as a typical high school experience were no longer, shaping us into people that defied our expectations. I mean, I seriously have no idea if all my teachers know my face. Yet here we are, for the last time, united as a class, in this moment. For me, the moment in which I stand before you all is what I have dedicated all my schoolwork and years towards, and now it has arrived. This is the moment. So now what? Sure, I could bore you with my life story, perhaps make it interesting by lo haciendo todo en español, or I could detail an expose about my experience at Havre High, with all of its quirky and sometimes questionable characters, but that may leave the audience in unbearable awkwardness. Maybe I could tell you how this title of valedictorian was given to me by my 5th grade teacher, and how in fulfilling this strange prophecy, I see that life and death are in the power of the tongue. Although this is a great message, it is not quite right for this moment. So how will I choose to spend this moment? What do I do with the moment that will slip from my grasp with such ease despite the difficulty it took to grab a hold of it? This graduation will be over in a blink of an eye, like our last 4, 7, some of us 12 years spent together have gone. And as I ponder upon this question myself, I ask you to do the same. How are you going to seize this very moment? What will you do in the following moments of this graduation when it seems for many of us that life has truly begun? How are you going to capture life's fleeting moments? So like the senior scrapbook many of us created, you have a collage of memories that invoke great satisfaction and fulfillment. Such existential questions often flooded my brain throughout high school, prompted by the events of the pandemic in senior year. Though we suffered great losses at the hands of the pandemic, I would like to say we also gained great things. Perhaps one of the greatest treasures of all, time. Time to be with family. Time to learn and live differently. Time to innovate, change, and create. Time to soul search, to be still, and time to reflect. This reflection that was initiated by the events of 2020 and further invigorated during senior year has been the virtue guiding me in processing and welcoming life's upcoming monumental moments. As I share these thoughts, I hope that you reflect upon them and are inspired by the continual creation of your own collage. Our lives have been defined and will continue to be made up of moments. Moments of joy, moments of sadness, moments of fear, excitement, confusion, contentment, and every emotion in between. All these experiences have shaped us into who we are and have brought us to right here and right now, a moment of great accomplishment and pride. It's a time of excitement and celebration, though uncertainty lies ahead. However, there's a beauty in this unknown. It's a chance for new and endless opportunities. It is also where I believe true hope arises. Today, as the class of 2022 leaves the familiarity of high school behind, there's a world to be gained. The next chapter will be filled with new experiences that were not possible in, but made tangible through the former. As you turn the page today and continue your path, whether that means university, the workforce, the military, traveling, or wherever it may lead, I hope these words of my own realizations will resonate with you as we take this moment in together. The first thing I want to remind us is be present. Though it is often said, it is seldom done. Be fully present in each of life's moments is key to living life itself. Experience all that a moment has given you. Feel every feeling it has stirred in you. It is easy to go through life, the motions of life, but that is merely existing. Truly living comes from embracing the people and experiences that surround you, grounding your existence through connection. Connection not only gives your life meaning, but is crucial in a world that can be disjointed and apathetic. Be careful of glorifying the past and the future. The present is where the past and future want you to be. Yes, it is fun and sometimes necessary to remind ourselves of what was and to prepare for what is to come. However, an obsession with what is no longer or hasn't yet existed takes away from the time you have now, the moment at hand. First thing, find the thing, whether it's a passion, place, or person, that makes time seemingly stop, and never let it go. These things are the biggest reminders to remain present, appreciate all of life's moments, big or small, and can be key to our own happiness and satisfaction. Secondly, each moment is a moment of value and opportunity. Let's be honest, not all moments are good moments, but we do not have control over everything. You can plan your entire life down to the minute, but it only takes a second to change your life's entire course. In the manner that one cannot control the wind, the way the wind blows, nor the tides of the ocean, you will find yourself in circumstances that are out of your hands. You cannot control all that life throws at you, but you do control the way in which you respond. Famously said time and time again by one of my dance teachers, everything is a choice. In our moment, we have a choice to make. The choices we make in our lowest, weakest moments can be the most powerful. Remember the previous trials you have overcome and how you have grown because of them. Remember, just like everything else, this tribulation is a moment that too shall pass. Find encouragement and empowerment from your previous victories and joys, as they will come again. Make the choice to receive the help you need, to persevere through hardships, and to be greater than what you may suffer. It is up to you to create the life you desire and seek the peace you need. It will not be easy, but when is anything? Life is not complete without the lows. Acknowledge and ensure that these moments make you more appreciative, wise, and kind. Lastly, you are a collection of moments that is to be a light for all. We are who we are today because of our best and worst moments. What we have experienced is unique and essential to our beings. Collect and carry your experiences, as well as the knowledge you have gained, everywhere and wherever you go. Use it to become hope. Be the light you need in your darkest moments for another. Empower others in the ways that you were empowered as you remember moments that you felt invincible. The moments of your life are invaluable and irreplaceable. What other students each have individualized nicknames from Mr. Nussbaum and personalized jokes from Mr. Shope? What other student body can count the numerous times their old and new school has flooded? Who has to compete with their principal for the best sneakers and YouTube vlogs? As a class, we still have to solve the mystery of who stole that bell. The list goes on and on, but it's all to show that we each have unique experiences that have equipped us to do good in the world. Be the hope and change that not only you desire to see, but the ways that the world needs. Thank you to everyone who has made this very moment possible and made the ones in between more than I could ever expect and deserve. First and foremost, I want to thank God, who is the one who has made each moment and is the ultimate reason that I am before you today. To my parents, wherever you are, thank you for being steadfast in every moment. To each and every one of my past teachers and the staff at Havre, thank you for using each moment to help us students learn and grow, not only as scholars, but as humans. And to my classmates, thank you for inspiring me and pushing me to do and be my best in every moment. It has been an honor to be amongst you all, as I know, no matter what the future may store, you all will amount to greatness. Class of 2022, we have entered to learn, and now it's time to leave and slay. Thank you.
Thank you, Kylie. I do want to say we still have yet to locate the bell. And in the new school, it wasn't necessarily a flood, it was a large leak, but thanks for bringing that up, okay? Once again, as we get started, you guys about ready? Once again, I would like to request that we refrain from loud outbursts of enthusiasm when a student's name is announced. These distractions prohibit others from hearing the announcement of the next deserving student's name. After each row is called, we'll give you an opportunity to enthusiastically cheer you and all the other graduates. Presenting our diplomas this evening will be Ms. Sonia Karwacki, member of the Board of Education of Harford County. Ms. Karwacki, as the principal of Havre High School, I certify that these seniors have met and in most cases exceeded the requirements set forth by Harford County and the great state of Maryland to receive a high school diploma. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2022 for Havre de Grace High School, and at this time, we will present the students with their well-deserved diplomas. Kyra Lachelle Adams. Shakira Alvarez Perez. Nana Kojo Asibi Bansu. Angel Michael Ayala. Blessing Angelique Ayala. Noah Michael Ayers. Dakota Lynn Slosher Baki. Adrian Bernice Leigh Barnes. Dylan Raymond Barry. Isabella Marie Bishop. Nicholas Keegan Bowers. Aiden Garrett Boyd. Jackson Joseph Briggs. Brooklyn May Brown. Shannon Delaney Brown. Benjamin Michael Brzezowski. Denham Elizabeth Burgess. William David Burley. Willow Bailey Burrell. Joseph Carmine Ciampi. Teron Joseph Clark. Luke Charles Cliff. Carly Sophia Comfort. Madison Nicole Cox. Samantha Lee Cubberly. Ava Bryn Darling. Alexander Montrell Day. Reagan Jude Dent. Adam Soulemain Diallo. Michael Dante Dickens, Jr. Kassan Hosea James Dornelius. Shania Arcacia Everett. Kanan Anthony Fisher. Sean Fo Dam. Tatum Aubrey Forsyth. Shelby Pascal Fortin. Gabrielle Joanne Foster. Gracelyn Joan Fritz. Giovanna Annalyn Gazdia. Cadence Elise Gibson. Sarah Elizabeth Goad. Samantha Ryan Grinnell Spiller. You're a hot mess. Come on up. Timothy Allen Gross, Jr. Alexander James Grubb. Keegan Xander Gruz. Maria Catherine Gullo. Isabella Sarah Hahn. Zachary Aaron Joe Hamilton. Christian Michael Hayes. Dana Fernanda Hernandez Gomez. Dion Mikkel Hickson. Carson James Holloway. Daniel Lee Horn, Jr. Jillian Mattern Howe. Eric Jerome Howard. Shawnee Amaya Howard. Claudia Lee Hudson. Chase Zeblin Hunt. Julia Eileen Hutchinson. Liani Paige Michelle Hyman. Alexandra Olivia James. Madison Lynn Johns. Charles Rashawn Johnson III. Dinez Marquise Johnson. Denise Renee Johnson. Kyla Eileen Johnson. Kylie Nicole Johnson. Kayla Marie Jones. Dewan Kwali Jordan. Caroline Elizabeth Kelly. Jonathan Landon Kelly. Timothy Norman Keel Jr. Taryn Audrey Kitts. Jacob Anthony Klein. Aaron Oliver Knight. Jenna Morgan Coop. All right, let's give a big round of applause for these guys so far. William Bauer Lauder Jr. Jeremiah Daniel Lawrence. Kirsten Carolyn Lever. Levin James Logan. Liam Emerson Logan. Shaden Taylor Lauk. Alexia Marie Lauber. Imani Mafodam Majafezu. Michael Francis Malia. Braden Ryan Malloy. Zephaniah Richard Madison. Dominic McKenney George. Esai Joseph Miller. Jared Michael Meehan. Hayden Nicholas Miller. Darren Nicholas Mitchum. Neville Garth Constantine Moe Jr. Miranda Jordan Lillian Mothershed. Jonyuk Moon. Simon Peter Murray. Colin James Musselman. Zoe Morgan Nall. Austin Scott Paget. Kata Naran Patel. Mit R. Patel. Henry Jacob Pencil. David Nicholas Philpotts. Damon Lamar Presbury, Jr. Kimball Tucker Rankin. Tamia Lene Reese. Parker Jordan Reeves. Nathan Anthony Renal. Destiny Chanel Alexis Rubin. Ariana Nicole Reyes. Jared Anthony Rice. Kyle Thomas Richardson. Andrew Joseph Robertson. Antoine James Robinson. Ariel Octavia Ross. Miranda Mary Rodriguez. Annabelle Christine Rossau. Riley Harrison Russo. Ariana Lynn Schofarth. Julian Michael Scharf. Preston Dean Shekels. Connor Michael Sheffield. Marshall Harrison Sherman. Caitlin Olivia Shirley. Yash Singh Sodhi. David Thomas Spires. River Madison Steinbach. Haley Catherine Sullivan. Paige Elizabeth Sullivan. Meadow Lynn Swoboda. Isabel Leila Terzialu. Hannah Lane Thomas. Carla Antonia Thompson. Amy Celeste Townsend. Aiden Paul Tremontana. Nataya Ann Turner. Carlos Manuel Utrera. Nicholas Alexander Zanardi Vitello. Caitlin Marie Washko. Rebecca Madison Washko. Elizabeth Nicole Watkins. Carson Edward Williams. Robert Lawrence Wills. Christiana Marie Wilson. Sabrina Lynn York. Bagansua Seth Zakari. Class of 2022. We've been through a lot together. We've been through a lot of change together. But one thing never changes. Mr. Spence always has a camera with him. So, since you guys are my first graduating class as a principal, I'm going to ask you for one more. Can I get a selfie with y'all? Now, graduates of 2022, please turn your tassels. Huge round of applause for our class of 2022. Congratulations.